Okay. Yeah. So good morning, all. Welcome to Goa Kadapa co-hosted MuleSoft Meetup. So you saw already I have been conducting Goa MuleSoft Meetup from last couple of years. Recently, I got chance to run the new meetup, that is Kadapa MuleSoft Meetup. That is Kadapa. It's in Andhra Pradesh. Now I am the leader for both Goa and Kadapa MuleSoft Meetup. Okay, this is the first meetup for the Kadapa. So that's the reason we co-hosted with the Goa. And today's topic is going to be getting started with the ACB and the MuleSoft vibes. So we already know Goa meetup leaders. We have myself, Vinay, and Gaurav, and even Kadapa also. Myself and Vinay, we both are conducting Kadapa MuleSoft meetup. My name is, we already know, like Vandana Gowda, and I'm a senior software engineer at Gensa Technologies. I nearly have 4 years of experience in MuleSoft and integration. I'm a MuleSoft mentor and a MuleSoft meetup leader. And we all know Vinay also a meetup leader for the Goa as well as Kadapa. He is also have nearly 5 years of experience in MuleSoft and integration. And he is also MuleSoft mentor, meetup leader. Now we have our no one speaker, Nasim. It's been like 4 or 5 times he's speaking for our Goa MuleSoft meetup, and I would like to congratulate him because he recently become MuleSoft meetup leader for the Bagalpur. Please introduce yourself, Nasim, to audience.
Yeah, thanks, Vandana. Hello, everyone. Yeah, thanks everyone to joining. Myself Naseem Khan. I'm working in Cognizant as a technology architect. It's been 5 years in Cognizant, and I am having total 14 plus of IT experience. And MuleSoft I started working since 2018, so it's been almost approx 8 years. So I'm holding various certification as well, and I'm MuleSoft mentor and leader. So yeah, mm,
So you can share
I
your screen and start the agenda, Nasim.
sure.
I'm giving everyone a presenting mode so that you can ask any doubt. If you have any doubts, any questions to Anasim, you can directly unmute yourself and ask. Okay? Yeah, go for it, Anasim.
Yeah, I'm just sharing my screen. Let me know if it's visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So today our agenda is we will see what is endpoint code builder and how we can configure using VS Code, and how we can develop our MuleSoft API using MuleSoft Vibes, that is MuleSoft Dev Agent. Using MuleSoft Dev Agent, we can create right from a specification until deployment, including a unit and other stuffs. So I'll demonstrate how we can configure and how we can make use of it, and how we can test in VS Code itself, our code using ACB. So yeah, that was, and then after that, if you have any question answers, yeah, we can just take it. And in between also, if you have any doubt or anything you need to get it clarified, please feel free to ask. So first, I'll just talk about ACB. As we already using Anypoint Studio to develop our MuleSoft API, or writing a specification in Design Center. So in Anypoint Code Builder, actually in Anypoint Studio, we have a a very heavy. And it takes very long time to uh, build or deploy or anything. I mean, if you want to run this, so it's very tedious. I mean, we all facing the same issue, right? So MuleSoft come up with this cloud native IDE for designing and developing our integrations. So Independent Code Builder they have introduced, and now it's GA, as we know, is a MuleSoft modern VS Code based cloud native IDE, where we can design, test, and deploy our API. So and it's very, if we start using it, it takes time to get familiar with this. But yeah, they are making it very similar to Anypoint Studio what we used to do, so that we cannot feel anything different. And recently they are releasing the fixes or enhancement monthly for this as Anypoint Code Builder. So it offers actually unified or flexible environment that brings together low code and pro code. So low code is, I mean, if using the MuleSoft vibes with the using of natural language prompt, and it is built in AI Einstein and seamless integration with the Anypoint platform for we can say faster or more efficient development process. And we can say it's very lightweight, and performance is also very, I mean, good in compared to Anypoint Studio. So it's a ideal tool for smaller projects, but extends the power of VS Code. If we familiar with the VS Code, we can understand that, okay, with the specific MuleSoft extensions and supporting custom extensions, and AI powered code we can generate through natural language projects prompts. So if we are using only without MuleSoft vibes, if we are using ACB, I think we cannot achieve our purpose. But in combination of ACB and MuleSoft vibes, then it will be very, I mean, our productivity will be very uh, fast, I mean, will be very high in order to deliver our projects. So the first question, I think it comes into our mind that we have existing projects in Independent Studio. So how we can suppose in we can enhance or add any new flow in the existing projects. So MuleSoft has come up with a very easy steps that we can just export the deployable jar from the Independent Studio for the existing project, and then we can import into Independent Code Builder. And if we need to add any new flow or any I think I'd suggest everyone to just, if we need to work on the existing project, so we should start with the writing M unit for the existing flow. Suppose if we have added any new flow in the Anypin Studio, and we are going to write M unit test for that flow in order to achieve the coverage. So we should start using ACB and MuleSoft vibes to write the M unit first, so that gradually we will be we used to, I mean, understand this the UI and the options and how it is getting how it is generating the code. So this is about ACB, and it has various features as well, like flexible access from anywhere. It's built on Visual Studio Code. So the interface with syntax highlighting, debugging, and other extension support. So it's very familiar and very flexible as well. And we can say it's AI powered. So integration integrates Einstein from Anypoint Code Builder. So it is using Agent Force Einstein. So I'll show how we can configure. In by default, it will not be enabled if you install the VS Code, and if you install this Anypoint extension pack in order to use Anypoint Code Builder. But MuleSoft Vibes will not be enabled until you have Salesforce account and you need to connect to your Anypoint platform account. Okay, so it's built on VS Code. So it's VS Code is nowadays, I mean, it's a unified way to everyone is using for their own development, or their own generating AI powered applications. And it's a cloud native as well, so accessible via web browser or as a desktop extension as well. So it offers portability and quick setup. And we can say it's a seamless integration as well, and it's designed for speed, especially for lighter projects compared to more feature rich with the intensive resource intensive Independent Studio. So how it works actually. So we need to use uh, it was not in the okay. Hmm. So how ACB works actually? So we can use it in our browser as well, and we have to install the Anypoint extension pack in the VS Code. So first we need to install the VS Code, Microsoft Visual Studio Code, and then Git we have to install. But recently MuleSoft has fix this issue, not the issue, but yeah, they have enhanced, so now Git is no more required installation for running the ACB. So first thing we need to install VS Code, and then in VS Code we have extension marketplace, and then there we need to install Anypoint extension pack, which will install all the required dependency which is which needed for to run the ACB. And we can design a specification as well. So one thing they are MuleSoft is gradually moving from RAML to OS, because RAML is only specific to our MuleSoft ecosystem, right? And OS OpenAPI specification is commonly used across various integration tools or various platforms. So nowadays, I mean, they are gradually, I mean, asking or suggesting every developer, every organization to use OS instead of RAML. But still we can, using MuleSoft Wise, we can generate a specification in RAML as well and in OS as well, right? And we can develop our implementation logic and leverage connectors in the ACB as well, and we can test and deploy as so. We can just the difference between ACB and Anypoint Studio. In coming days, I think within a year, Anypoint Code Builder will definitely take over the Anypoint Studio. So every organization will start using ACB. So the difference is ACB is fast and lightweight, and it's a VS Code based. So if you are using VS Code, we can see the the highlighted of the syntax or built-in functions. So it's a I mean visually also it's very good, and for developer it's easy to identify what is the extension, what is the syntax error and all. And it's great for first smaller projects. We should start with a smaller one, and then it 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 supports VS Code extension as well. So whatever extension is available, we can make use of it. And in compared to that ACV, Independent Studio is Eclipse based, as we know, right? It's a we can say best for complex and large scale enterprise projects. And in ACV also we can debug the code. So this is overall the features of ACB. And so once we start with the ACB, uh, so now we can I'll just talk about this MuleSoft vibes, right? So earlier, suppose if you are a developer and you need to write any data weave script, right? So and it's a suppose it's very complex. So we used to ask Google Gemini or Chat GPT or DeepSeek. We have to provide input and then output, and then we will just request for the script. Now MuleSoft came up with their own AI agent that is called a MuleSoft Dev Agent. Now it is they have just renamed it as MuleSoft Vibes. So it's an AI powered assistant built into Anypoint Code Builder itself that uses natural language as an input. So it will take the input as natural language and help us to entire integration life cycle, right from the specification and implementing the implementation scaffolding, writing a unit and deployment. So and when so MuleSoft Dev Agent, I mean, it is using in the backend that it uses the Agent Force AI powered features, right? So, but by default, it will not be enabled for you. But we need to add the connection, right? We need to add the Salesforce connection with our endpoint platform. Then and we need to enable the Einstein setup into Salesforce. Then it will be enabled for us to use. So this is how the dev architecture means vibes architecture what which MuleSoft has provided. So this is first one is you can say this endpoint code builder, and then a user has to input the prompt, and then this is actually hosted and managed within the Salesforce ecosystem, right? And it also, I mean, it generates the code, it validate your code, and whatever. I mean, it's very secure as well. And somehow what I have observed, I have used in our project as well. Started with the writing game unit. So now we can say 80% or 80 to 85% it's generating the code perfectly, and sometimes it is having some issue with the connector compatibility or any syntax. So that we need to tweak, and then we need to modify. If we are not identifying the okay where is the error, so we can still ask MuleSoft dev agent that please fix the error. So it will analyze the error, and it will identify the error where the error is, and then it will fix the error. So again, I mean, the advantage of this one is it's very faster. I mean, the productivity will be increased for us, and it takes input as a natural language. It works on a natural language input, and it enhance the productivity by automating the tasks. So deployment as well, but deployment normally, we are in organization we are doing using CI/CD tools, but it involves the entire life cycle, right from the designing to deployment. So yeah, and this can we can use inside the within the anypoint code builder. So yeah, until here, if you have any question, yeah, please feel free to ask. In starting, we'll
Just I have a question. Let's say example, if I give the requirement such a way that I need to
Mhm,
get the data from database and put it into the Salesforce. This is the object. This is the
mhm,
columns, and
mhm.
this is the data. I'm gonna get from the database. This is a query. This is a table. If I give it, so it will build the automatic code, and it will be everything will be happen automatically. I'm just
Correct,
checking.
correct,
I'm not
correct,
checking.
correct, correct. It will build automatically. See, this Salesforce system API I have created, and I have input the prompt as this one. Actually, see, this is works in the natural language, but still we have to uh, input our prompt in a very structured way, so that they can MuleSoft AI is able to understand and the steps. And I can still write, okay, can you create a Salesforce system API with this object? But it will take time to analyze and filter your input. So there is a standard way to input our prompt. So this prompt I have input, and it created Salesforce system API for me. And if you see here, just to answer your question, I'll just go through with from the scratch. So I have just given the project location, where the location would be, where it is going to create the project, and API type I have created. Okay, it's the system API, and the name would be a Salesforce system API. And what would be the purpose? So that from this one, it can identify, okay, for which object it needs to create, and the function as well I have given: insert, update, or delete. So it will add get, delete, and post method. So if we see here, we can see flow as well: create, delete, and get, and update as well. Okay, so to answer your question, yes, it will create automatically the entire project, and it will give the where is this, yeah, config properties. So config properties, it has created like this: username, you can put your username, password, and security token, whatever you have. So accordingly it will run. But yeah, currently if you don't provide this, so it will build, but when you are hitting the request, yeah, it will not execute because you have not provided this. So yeah, correct. It will create.
So you mean to say the template will be created, but we need to configure our properties and other things accordingly.
Correct.
Then yeah, we have to, like, here and there, maybe the logic wise we need to
Yeah,
verify
yeah.
one more time, like, all those things. Yeah.
Let's say in this one, get one in the query. First, what I observed, it was empty. Uh, the query was empty. So then this one I have added just select ID from accounts, just to get away
Hmm.
from with the error. So it was since it is a mandatory field, so when I was trying to build, it was failing because of this. So but in the next time when I have tried, so the properties was there, select ID, name, other fields from accounts. So sometimes, yeah, it is not giving you this the query and all, which is custom, right? It is supposed to be custom. So
Yeah,
whatever is the
just
standard,
to
yeah,
add
yeah.
a point, Mohammed. So because you have given the prompt such a way that you need to perform, no, insert, update, and then delete, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So let's say if you want, if you can define in a prompt that these are the fields that I need to fetch for the account
Yes, yes.
object and then contact, obviously it will generate a query for you.
Correct, correct,
So
correct.
it's completely depend upon the prompt how
Prompts.
we are giving.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, since if we need to, input the prompt, means for account object, if I need account ID or something, so it's very tedious task to provide the prompt for the number of fields for every object. But yeah, you are correct. If we need to, structure our prompt based on the number of columns or in a specification as well, right? If we need,
Correct.
uh,
So let's say if we have any custom fields as well, so those
yeah,
are the things we need to update accordingly as per our
correct,
requirement.
correct, correct. Yeah. So
So,
anyone
so
has
is there
any?
any template for the prompt also? Let's say example, you want to give this particular pattern, like, um,
I
just
have,
I'm checking.
yeah, yeah, I have this. I don't know. I don't remember where I have kept. I have this. I have right from the applying the policies in API Manager, publishing our API to Exchange. I have the prompt. If you want, yeah, I can share. I don't remember where I have kept. Maybe my other laptop. Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Just checking. Okay, it is there or not.
But
That's
we
all.
have, but we have in, and one additional thing, we can add our rules as well. Okay, based on that rules, it will, it's global rules. So based on that rules, it will whenever it is trying to generate the code, first it will check your predefined rules, and based on that, it will follow that rules, and then it will generate. Like suppose in the test m units, by default it is, it will create it in the test under m unit. But if we have any, naming particular naming convention rules, so we can specify, okay, this camel case or whatever sentence case. So these rules we can define. Okay. So yeah, so I'm just moving to this demo part. So first thing, we need to install this anypoint, this Microsoft Visual Studio Code. Okay. So once we install this Studio Code, then we need to go to this extension marketplace. Okay. So here in extension marketplace, we have to search for any point extension pack. If you see here, we have different dependency, like this anypoint code builder, platform extension, element code builder, integration extension. So we can also install one by one, but MuleSoft has come up with this the entire package, so that it will install all the required dependencies at one go. So we can install this anypoint extension pack. So suppose, I mean, if it is installed and some dependencies are not loaded, and you cannot see this anypoint code builder option here, or it is not getting enabled, or it is not loading, so you can just go to uninstall this extension pack, and you need to make sure that all the how you can make sure that in the install section, all endpoint code builder related dependencies should be uninstalled. Okay, so once it is all everything is uninstalled, you can again install and then just wait for some time so that it will load all the required dependencies, and then you will see this endpoint code builder option and MuleSoft Dev Agent. So here I have installed this endpoint extension pack and other things as well. And for the testing, I have installed this postcode. So this is a API client to test. I'm not installing this endpoint postman because it will require again sign in and all. So this postcode is lightweight and we can just make use of it for our testing purpose in order to send the request and all. So once we install this, we can see this endpoint code builder option here. So if you see here, we have design an API, implement an API, develop an integration. So we can manually also we can create our API here. And this one is the explorer. So I have currently it is pointing to this one. So I'll just create uh, okay, 10:30. So I'll go with this MuleSoft Dev Agent itself. I'm not manually creating this API. So we'll generate using MuleSoft Dev Agent. So this is the endpoint code builder. You can see initially when you install the Visual Studio Code, the theme will be the dark mode. I mean the default one. So you can go and then you can change your theme. And if you see here, this is the MuleSoft Dev Agent, that is MuleSoft Vibes. So you can see here where it is not, I'm not logged into any platform. So we have to first log in. I have created my test account. Okay. So now it is logged in. If you see here in the right hand side and bottom, Naseem underscore Khan, logged in as Naseem underscore Khan in the any platform. But if you see here, AI features not enabled for your organization. So by default, as I told, it will not be enabled. So we need to uh, make it enabled using Salesforce and endpoint platform connection. So let's go to, okay, now it is, I'm logged in Salesforce. Let me, so for Salesforce, if you don't have a developer account, you can create using developer.salesforce.com sign up. You can create your test account, and we already know that how we can create mm, endpoint platform account, right? So first thing, we need to just go to setup in the once we are logged in into Salesforce developer account, we can go to the setup and then Einstein. We can search in the quick find box Einstein setup. So we have to make it we have to turn this toggle on, turn on Einstein. So by default it will be off. So we need to just turn it on. Okay. Now next step is any point platform setup. Okay. So we can see here complete the connection. So this is the Salesforce organization tenant key. We'll just copy it. We can switch back to endpoint platform, access management, Salesforce, add Salesforce org. So here we need to provide this Salesforce organization tenant key, which we have copied from here. So I'll copy, add. We need to give the name. We can we can give any name, and this is the independent platform organization key. We'll just I've copied it. So organization ID connect. So now it is connected. So here we need to we have just established the connection between our independent platform account and Salesforce account, right? In order to make use of MuleSoft vibes. So we have to enable this. If you see here, we have to enable. We need to just check select the business groups. So currently I have this one as well. Yeah, now it is done. Now if you see here, if I click on try again, so this the option should be enabled.
But I just have a question over here, Nazim.
Mhm.
So, how Visual Studio is connected to any point, whatever you can't you like you establish a connection between Salesforce and any point platform, right?
Correct.
But Visual Studio also you connected with any point platform here. Oh, I
Here,
understand. Okay,
here,
got it.
here.
Mm-hmm.
If you see in the right bottom, my
Mm-hmm.
mouse is
Mm-hmm.
there, right? So
Yes,
I have
correct.
logged in as Nasim underscore Khan.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the independent platform login. So Visual Studio ACB is
Mm-hmm.
we have logged in into independent platform, and in independent platform and Salesforce we have made the connection.
Okay, understand.
First, we will sync the platform account from the studio, and then establishing the connection from studio to Salesforce and platform to
Correct.
Salesforce.
Correct. So now if you see this option is enabled. Okay. So in this one we have if you see here in the installed one, we have this option as well. So there is the inbuilt MCP servers as well, and if we need to add any custom MCP servers like R, so we can also install using this red command MCP add server. Okay, so the MCP servers will be available here. We can make use of it. So MuleSoft Dev Agents, yeah, this is created. I mean, this is enabled, and we can use this MuleSoft vibes to develop or whatever we are gonna do it with our MuleSoft application. So this is how we have to make the connection.
Mohammed, one quick question. So instead of using the other AI tools, so MuleSoft has come up with the
Their
inbuilt
own,
functionality, is it?
correct,
Okay.
their own. In fact, they are leveraging their agent force. Uh, agent force. They are allowing MuleSoft to make use of. I mean, they reuse this agent force AI. So
Mm-hmm.
they are not they are not implemented any specific agent for the MuleSoft, but this enabled agent force in MuleSoft independent platform. So since agent force is already it's very broad and very established, we can say AI. So they are just allowing us to make use of it. So this come up. So this is our personal account. So I have made this connection like this. But if you are working in your organization, so it comes up with this subscription. They are not charging or anything based on the usage. Like if we are using any agent, so they are charging based on the number of interaction we are making or number of response they are responding, right? But as per the MuleSoft, they are coming up with this existing subscription, and it's completely included in that existing subscription. So we can use uh, n number of prompts or
Mm.
response. Yeah.
You can use this seamlessly.
Yes. As per their, yeah. As of now, I mean, yeah, they are making, maybe they are making us to used to it.
Get used to it.
Yeah. Then we
Nasim,
start charging. Yeah.
Nasim, one small question.
Mhm.
Can we use this in our community account as well? From our community account as well?
Community account where? I didn't get you.
Means,
No,
see,
if I
my
understood
local.
correctly, right? So, what Abhinav question is exactly, so whatever the free trial accounts that we are creating, so can we
Mhm.
make use of this one? So I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
So
part of a demo only that we
correct,
used to.
correct. I have created my this test account. This is my test account.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. This
Great.
cognizant I have just given my company name.
I
That's
thought
it.
I thought it might be your company
No, no,
account
no, no,
and
no,
yeah,
no, no, no.
no worries.
This is
Yeah,
my
yeah.
test account.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
One more question, Razib. So, what is mean by MCP server? So, just I am little new, like, and I am using this terminology, so that's why just I'm checking.
Okay, okay, okay. See, in this MCP server, if suppose we have, we like this one. This is my MCP. I'll just quickly just go through. This is the suppose we have existing endpoint, okay, and that MCP, that existing endpoint, we need to expose to the AI agent. Let's say this one, fetch employee by ID is my existing MuleSoft API endpoint, and we want to make use of it using this agent. Okay, so how it can communicate to our MuleSoft API, MuleSoft endpoints. So let's suppose I'm in Cursor AI or Chat GPT. If I need to ask, can you please provide the employee details for employee ID one? So Chat GPT doesn't know, okay, where it is, where we need to fetch from, right? Because I have exposed this endpoint into MuleSoft ecosystem, MuleSoft endpoint platform. So in order to expose our existing endpoint to the AI agent, any AI agent like Agent Force or ChatGPT or Cursor, Cloudy. So this MCP comes into the picture. So on top of that, this endpoint will be exposed using MCP to the AI agent. So AI agent will invoke this MCP servers, and MCP servers in the backend it will invoke my existing endpoint. Okay, so so how this is how we have to use MCP servers. So if I provide this employee ID one, if I run it, it will uh, give me this response, right? So it is responding with all the details. But if I ask in the Visual Studio Code, can you please provide the employee details one? So it will uh, filter then those information, filter the information of employee ID one, and then it will respond. So this is how MCP servers works. Okay, so let's go to, I'll just provide this input. I'll just create, because if I create Salesforce system API, it will take some time. So I'll just provide this prompt integration project location, and just create a simple API with this payload, and then we'll test and in MUnit as well. So let me give this prompt. Meanwhile, yeah, if anyone has any question, yeah, please. So it is asking for, okay, project name is Hello Mule API, C integration workspace.
Uh, yeah, Mohammed, is there any structure like we need to give a prompt?
Uh, yeah, yeah. I'll just I have this. I'll share
Okay.
right now. Yeah, if it is.
So, like here, you're creating one API, right?
Mhm.
So for this also we require MCP server.
No, no, no. MCP server is different. Like suppose how we can say. Okay, so let's say if you are working in insurance or in BFS domain, and if you need to automate this, let's say insurance claim process, right? So claim, you must have API MuleSoft API to process the claim, right? To get the all the insurance insured details, and this claim and everything to validate. So suppose you have two endpoints, three endpoints written there for to in order to process the claim. So now if your agent is processing the claim manually, and let's say if you want to automate using this using any AI agent, right? So suppose, I mean, agent will provide, okay, can you please process the claim for insurer name XYZ. So what you are doing, AI agent needs to get into your MuleSoft API, those three endpoints which is designed for claim process. But in order to, invoke all these three endpoints, your AI agent needs to needs to be configured in different way. Like they need to invoke three APIs and all. There MCP comes into the picture, that MCP will be on top of your existing endpoints, all three endpoints. Okay. So
Okay.
those three endpoints will be exposed as an MCP server to a AI agent. So MCP
Mm.
server, so all three endpoints will be exposed as a single URL, so slash MCP claims, let's say slash MCP claims, and then on backend it will invoke all three endpoints. So MCP,
Okay.
I have separate actually video as well. If you want, yeah, you can go through those videos, you will understand. So MCP is nothing but a, we can say uh, it's a wrapper, we can say wrapper to your existing endpoints, to the AI agent, because AI agent needs to invoke your MuleSoft API. So instead of calling your directly MuleSoft endpoints, so it will invoke MCP servers, and an MCP servers invoked uh, will be invoking your existing endpoints.
Okay. Like MCP server will have different different
Different?
types will have.
No, no, no. We have MCP connector available in the MuleSoft Anypoint Studio, Anypoint,
Okay.
yeah, Exchange. So that connector will be used to expose
Okay.
this.
It means through AI agent, like we can connect to our APIs through MCP server, right?
Yes, correct,
Then,
correct, correct.
okay.
So this is we have it's created. Hello,
Hello,
Mio.
hi. Hi, Nasim.
Hi.
I just joined. I saw the link now.
Mhm.
Do we have a recording of this session?
Yeah, yeah. We'll publish the recording of the session.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So test is also created. Now it is testing. It's build success. An extension is still open to.
So just I want to, I mean, checking MCP is
Mhm.
kind of a local host where we can test locally, right? So it is kind
No,
of
not
local host
locally.
and code.
Not locally. See, if I give you this, you can use this API. This is my API is SAPI streamable. So I have exposed this as an MCP server. SAPI is streamable. Okay, so in this MCP, I have exposed my get employee by ID endpoint as an MCP tool. So you can deploy and then use it. You can use it.
So, okay. So is there any separate license we need to purchase or
No, no,
organization wise?
no, 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 no need.
Okay.
Now, for practice purpose, we can make use of the trial account, and then at the organization level, we have the license, right? Licenses already.
No license. You already have subscription, right? It's
Ah,
a,
that's what
it's
I'm
a,
saying.
it's a nothing but a simple different API. Suppose I'll just show. Mm, uh, this SAPI is streamable. It includes. See, hmm, this is my endpoint. If I send this request, this is my MuleSoft endpoint. Okay, and on for this endpoint API employee by ID, I have added this MCP tool so that it can be exposed as an MCP tool.
So
So
it
we
is kind
can
of a vapor. So just it
wrapper.
is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like,
I
yeah,
told
okay, I
you.
understand.
I told it. Yeah, it's a wrapper. And if I want to apply the policies, so this is again what a different API we can say, but it is meant to you to be used by AI agent. Open folder.
But if it is a brand new API, right? So we have not deployed it, right? So how we can use this one? Just in example, let's say example, I'm brand new API, I'm building it from
Mm-hmm,
scratch. So
hmm
it is not even deployed to Cloud Hub, right? So how we can? I mean, just we can test it in our local way, right? So
Local,
same
yeah.
way.
So
Yeah.
here, if I go to add MCP server, here we can specify our URL like this URL instead of this. We can just HTTPS or localhost, whatever port we have configured. Okay.
Mama, they adding MCP server like a proxy on top of our implementation.
No, yeah, nice question. Yeah, I was just about to tell. So, how we are securing our existing MuleSoft API using, policies in an API manager, correct?
Hmm.
But for MCP, it is not discoverable for this in API manager. So, MuleSoft has come up with Flex Gateway. If you see here in API under API manager is there, right?
Right.
So I have, I think, added the policy here for this API. Policy is added. Okay, not in this one. But if we need to, secure our MCP server, so we have this agent MCP API manager, and then here we have a Flex Gateway. So using the Flex Gateway, we can secure our MCP
MCP
servers.
server.
Yeah, you can see here new Flex Gateway capabilities.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So because if we need to, using API manager from API, it will not be available for the MCP. But using Flex Gateway, we can. Yeah. It is. It is not there. Yeah, it is successful. Ambient clean package.
No, typed it incorrectly.
Oh, sorry,
MCNV.
sorry. Yeah, but I think it should. It should take. Yeah, that's how we can test AI. Maven. Ambient clean. Yeah. This is the terminal, yeah, like we used to have in Independent Studio.
Like console.
Yeah, yeah. We can clear as well.
So UI
Yeah,
representation is not visible since
yeah.
it's
It is.
loading, is
It
it?
is. It is visible. It is
Okay.
visible. Canvas. We can say. We can call it canvas. But why it is not? I think it is
It is
activating
loading in this.
extension. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll just meanwhile I'll add this MCP server. Just uh, if you are curious to know, just quickly. It will not take much time. We can say this. MCP Goa. So this is the one we have added. If you see here in extension in MCP servers, we can see here MCP Goa, right? Now we'll ask, can you retrieve employee details for employee ID 2? See, if I show you in this one, we can test in using Postman as well. Okay, so in the Postman we have this HTTP or MCP. We can select MCP, and if we select by default it's HTTP, so we'll have get post and all. So if I ask for the employee ID 2, so because I am propagating all the entire response irrespective of the number of employee ID provided, but I'll leave this filtration to be done by AI. So can you retrieve employee details for employee ID 2? So it will ask for the approval which AI tool we need to invoke. So let's see, it will ask about this tool. This tool is available. The planning tool call sequence. See the fetch employee. It is reading this. So you can see this run fetch employee detail employee by ID. This is MCP. I have allowed it. So it will respond with the employee ID details for employee ID 2. See, for the employee ID 2, Umair Khan, and if you see here, for this MCP URL, all employee ID details were there. Employee ID 1, employee ID 2, employee ID 3. So, but it filtered those information and it provided with this employee ID 2 information, right? So this is how means. No, it is not.
Mohammed, I have one doubt. Like
Yeah,
like in VS Code, if we create one of the API, and in VS Code we are connected to any point also, right?
mm.
So once the API is created here, we can see that API in runtime manager.
Yeah. From here, not we can see, but until we deploy, we cannot see, right? So from
Hmm.
here, we can deploy the code, deploy the API to runtime manager, and we can, yeah, it is available for use.
Okay.
It's
For
a,
that also, we need
mhm,
to give prompt, right? To deploy this API in
deployment,
runtime
correct,
manager.
deployment. No, but manually also we can deploy. We can deploy manually as well, and we can deploy using MuleSoft vibes as well. So we have to provide like deploy the code, like third option, deploy the API on sandbox environment. We have to specify the environment, otherwise it will ask you for this. Oh, it is maybe I need to restart. Just I'll show case and then yeah. Meanwhile, if anyone has any other
Yeah.
question, yeah, please.
Instead of giving the prompt in right from the beginning, right, Mohammed? Once we will test the implementation locally, once I think it would be better, right? We can deploy post that.
Correct. So that's why this postcode I have. Let me. I'll just open Mule welcome. I have created. So this is the one I have created. I think so. No, sorry. It is not showing this account. Hmm. Sometimes it takes time to load. So I think let's let it. Hmm. Flow disable. Okay, this is the one. Now I'll open our API. Now we can uninstall this. It is getting connected. From here, it will default. It will load flow canvas, and then if we need to open this in editor in XML, so we can click on this. Yeah, so this is how. And if you see here, it is Hive. This is my first ACB project with Mule Vibes. This is the exact whatever we have provided. And if we can see the flow list of flow as well. So we can run without. Oh, sorry, in the listener, I'll just see what is the config. Okay, hello. And port we can see. Hmm. Okay, now we'll just run without debugging. It's it's running. So once it is deployed, then we can test code which I have installed. So let it deploy. Let's see. It is deployed.
Nazim, I have one doubt, Nazim.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I have one project on the Anypine Studio
Mm-hmm.
that one I can able to import on the code builder, can able to continue from here. Is
Mm-hmm.
it possible?
Yeah, yeah. It is. So see, localhost, I have changed the port 8081 and path was, if you see here, /hello. So I have just added and it responded with this set payload, which this is my first ACB project with MuleSoft vibes. So this is how, yeah, we can create a project in ACB using MuleSoft vibes. Since this is the a simple one, so it didn't uh, uh, it didn't have any error, right? But what I have observed, yeah, when I created Salesforce System API, there was some error in the global config for this compatibility, connector compatibility. So that I need to just take the code and then fix. So yeah, I think, yeah, this was pretty much about ACV and MuleSoft vibes.
MuleSoft vibes we have not discussed much, right? Nazim,
So
so.
this is the one, MuleSoft Dev Agent, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, they have
Oh, I mean to say,
started.
I thought like if you give the skeleton, it will generate the transformations and all those things for us.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
we.
So, okay, yeah, correct. So if we have transformation, right, we need to provide the input and the output. It will generate the data wave script. So yeah, this is how we can make use of this agent.
Great. Thank you, Nazim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Anyone have any questions? So in the chat, all questions are clear to all, right? Is there anything I need to take up?
Yeah, I
In,
just have one question.
yeah.
Yes.
Suppose I have any API existing developed using Anypoint Studio, and I am planning to switch to ACB.
Hmm.
Is there anything we need to do from our side, or you can directly import that uh, project in this ACB?
We can directly import the project into ACB, and we have just observed, they are still fixing any some issues if there is any minor. We have observed that some functionality is working in Anypen Studio for the data weave, and something is not working in ACB. So I don't know if those scripts are included in your Anypen Studio project. And global.xml is having some issues with the secure and all that observed, but I think maybe, yeah, it may have they have fixed it. So, but yeah, we can directly get started after just importing the Independent Studio project into ACB. Yeah, it will be compatible. There is no specific configuration needs to be done.
Okay. So existing code you can leverage. No need to like start from scratch if you are planning to switch from Studio to ACB, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyone have any question? How ChatGPT agents connect to MCP server? Siddharth, Nasim, have you answered this one?
Chat GPT. Actually, I have not explored this Chat GPT, but Cursor AI or Cloudy Desktop in VS Code. Uh, so yeah, I have not explored in the Chat GPT how we can integrate MCP servers.
Oh,
But Chat GPT sometime it's not being used by organization widely. What I believe, because it is. Well, it is being used, I mean, openly for this some other purpose, which daily life. But where security is concerned, so all organization are using not in fact Cursor AI and all. So they are using AWS Bedrock, so that if suppose they have subscription for the AWS, so their agent will be all from AWS also.
okay.
Yeah.
As a part of the project, can we start using ACB and dev agent without any extra license?
No need of extra license, but yeah, we can leverage the existing. Yeah.
Okay. I hope we covered everything.